It's time to start Mitsubishi Electric Corporation Defense Business Briefing. Thank you very much for attending at this business briefing. Thank you very much.
Let us introduce the speakers for today. We have Mr. Tomonori Sato, Executive Officer, Group President, Defense and Space Systems. We have Mr. Masahiko Arai, Corporate Executive, Group Senior Vice President, Defense and Space Systems, and Senior General Manager of Defense Systems Division. I would ask Mr. Sato to start the presentation.
Thank you very much. I am Sato, Executive Officer, Group President, Defense and Space Systems of Mitsubishi Electric Corporation. Thank you very much for taking the time to attend at our defense business briefing. So now let me take you through what we do for this defense business. Please move to page 2. There are 4 sections in today's briefing. First, I will explain the overview of the defense system business. Second, I will explain the strength of our defense businesses. And in section 3, I will cover Japan's defense build-up and our initiatives, and then end with our further growth strategies. Please move to page 3. There are 2 things I want to emphasize today. First, we leverage our advanced technological capabilities in the fields of defense and space to contribute to the realization of safe and secure society. Second is we will try to expand both order and revenue in the defense systems business and to achieve an operating profit of over 10%. Please move to page 4. So let me first talk about the overview of the defense businesses. So here, this shows the order and revenue and operating profit ratio for our defense system business. In order to fundamentally enhance Japan's defense capabilities with higher budget, the defense systems business will see growth in both orders and revenue. To be more specifically, orders are expected to increase significantly from 140 billion yen in 23 March to 600 billion in 25 March. The revenue is also expected to increase significantly over 600 billion yen expected in 31 March. And also the MOD improved their contract systems, and that enables us to better profitability. And we aim to achieve an operating profit margin of 10% in FY27 and also over 10% in FY31 March. In section 2, I will explain the strength of our defense businesses. Please move to page 7. We have a strong track record as a prime contractor for both large-scale defense system and satellite systems. We own advanced technological capabilities in both domains and have a strong track record of contracts and deliveries as a prime contractor for Ministry of Defense and JAXA. The large-scale defense systems, we are the prime contractor for domestic missile systems and radar systems, and also in the field of satellite systems on top of LEO and also the other satellites. We also are offering the geostationary and LEO as well as the lunar and Mars exploration systems. Currently, the space domain is essential for national security, and we have technical capabilities for both domains. So, strength of our defense business. We have a strong expertise in radar, missiles, and command systems, and have the technologies for sensors and information processing, which is a core of equipment. As a backdrop, in recent years, the operation of the equipments have changed, and there is a greater emphasis on cross-domain operations that link equipment such as fighter jets and naval vessels together in a network. And I think now the sensors and information have more added value. We possess advanced sensors and information processing technology that supports the operation of the self-defense forces. So as an example, the sensor, the air surveillance radio system, command and control system that utilize information processing technology, and interceptor missile systems that utilize sensors and information processing system, which all contribute to the rapid execution of the cycle from radar detection to information processing to missile interceptions. Furthermore, we provide sensors and information processing systems that are at the core of ground, marine, and air equipments to customers in Japan and overseas. Please move to page 9. Because we have the in-house development and manufacturing capabilities for cutting-edge high-frequency devices, we are able to vertically integrate the development of complicated and sophisticated defense systems from devices to the system. In the high-frequency device systems, we develop and commercialize the advanced technology in collaboration with our in-house research lab and business divisions. Also, we have mass production technology and manufacturing experience of high-quality devices, and to date, more than 5 billion units have been shipped, including consumer electronics. These high-frequency devices are incorporated in large-scale radar and missile systems, which is shown on the right-hand side. By having our own high-frequency device businesses, we can flexibly develop and manufacture key devices according to the requirement and provide complex and sophisticated defense systems. That concludes the section 2, strength of our defense business. And next, in section 3, Group Senior Vice President, Defense and Space System, and Senior General Manager, Defense System Division, Arai-san, is going to explain. Thank you very much. I am Arai, Group Senior Vice President and General Manager of the Defense Systems. Please move to page 10. First, I will explain section 3, Japan's defense buildup and our initiatives. Please move to page 11. The graph on the left-hand side shows the trend in Japan's defense spending under the defense buildup program. Well, as you see, under the medium-term defense buildup program on the left, which is gray, defense spending was approximately 17.2 trillion over the 5 years from FY 2020, but to FY 25. FY24, sorry. But under the current plan in red on the right, it is significant expansion with planned expenditure of approximately 43.5 trillion over the 5 years from FY24. In addition, the National Defense Strategy published by the Ministry of Defense emphasized 7 capabilities, including standoff defense capabilities and integrated air and missile defense capabilities, and we believe that we can contribute to all of these. Well, on our main initiatives listed in red on the right. These include improving the interception missile capabilities in integrated air and missile defense capabilities, air surveillance radar system, defense communication satellites for cross-domain operation capabilities, deep space-based optical telescope, deep space radar, electronic warfare systems, and defense communication satellite in cross-domain operation capabilities. Also, the defense-related businesses or growth strategy is listed in blue. We are working on the growth strategies such as standoff defense, unmanned asset defense, next-generation fighter aircraft for mobile deployment capabilities, satellite observation solution services for cross-domain operation, and cognitive domain warfare for command and control and information-related functions. Next, I will explain the details of our main initiatives and growth strategy. Please move to page 12. First, I will talk about our main initiatives in the integrated air and missile defense. We are the only company in Japan that contribute to the integrated air and missile defense capabilities from sensors to interceptor missiles. The diagram on the left shows an image of interception of missiles. Mitsubishi is the only company in Japan offering a system that can detect and track high-speed and highly mobile missiles, including the ballistic missiles, hypervelocity glide projectiles using radar technology, and then shoot down the missiles in a short time by predicting their trajectories with high accuracy and calculating fire angles to intercept the targets. The right-hand side shows the main project which we are involved, the air and missile defense capabilities by strengthening the surveillance and monitoring of new threats such as hypervelocity gliding projectile with air surveillance radar, and by strengthening the interception capabilities against new threats, we contribute to protect the country from threats such as missile.
This slide shows the major initiatives that we have in the cross-domain operational capabilities. The image is shown on the left-hand side. In addition to the land, sea, and air, as a new domain, the use of the space, cyber, electromagnetic have become indispensable. Space, cyber, electromagnetic, those new areas will utilize the land, sea, and the air in the cross-domain way, and that would improve the capability of SDFs. In doing so, what is most important is the space domain. It is planned that about 1 trillion yen in 5 years will be spent in the defense build-up program. In the space field, we will promote the defense communication satellite to ensure the smooth communication for the global activities of the SDF. We would also engage in the business of the stationary optical telescopes that contribute to the stable use of the outer space by monitoring space debris and others. We will utilize our long experience in domestic and overseas satellite development and manufacturing to contribute to the enhancement of the information communication and space situational awareness of SDF. Page 14. Here again, we are also talking about our major initiatives in cross-domain operation capability. As I mentioned on the previous page, in space and electromagnetic domains, those are considered to be the new areas in the cross-domain operation, and we will be making contribution to enhance the information collection and surveillance in the area of the electromagnetic domain. Deep space radar is installed on the ground, and it's possible to monitor the space from the ground. We have built our manufacturing technology for the large telescope in the space business. Combining it with the latest radar technology, we develop and manufacture those radars. By monitoring the GEO all the time, we should be able to contribute in the stable use of the space field. And also, we manufacture the electronic war system that is to analyze and jam the radio waves emitted from other telecommunication equipments. So in the electronic warfare, our strength is the signal processing. So by collecting, analyzing, and jamming, we can contribute to the electromagnetic domain. Page 15. Now, section 4 is the further growth strategies. Please look at page 16. So those are the new initiatives. On the left-hand side, you see the satellite data solutions. In addition to the satellite production manufacturing business, by using satellites, we can provide services. More specifically, by developing and operating the small-scale radar satellites, and also working with the startup company, Synspective, which can provide such solutions, we can utilize the satellite images acquired frequently from the satellite constellation. And by analyzing the images which come from the satellite constellation, we can do the predictive services. For example, where the warship will move to. So this is another service that we can provide. What is shown on the right-hand side is the decision support system in the cognitive domain. In the new domain, there is information as well as psychological warfares will be challenging in this area. As you can see at the bottom, the domain include physical, cyber, and moving into the cognitive. Cognitive domain means that by using the false information and strategic information, there will be a attempt to influence the public opinion of other countries. We jointly develop the technology with the cognitive research labs, which have the Gen AI latest technology as well as brain and cognitive science. So information on attacks on the cognitive domain, such as disinformation, fake news, and provocative actions, are collected as big data and analyzed using AI to provide support for cognitive domain warfare. Specifically, we will understand attacks on people's thoughts and perceptions, quantify and understand the domestic and international attacks on our thoughts from social media and others, and propose actions to improve and normalize those in Japan and abroad, and also along with the reasons behind the actions. Next, let me talk about the global plans. Based upon the three principles on the transfer of defense equipment and technology, we have three business strategies working on the global businesses. First of all, for the Southeast Asia, by transferring the finished equipment, we can contribute to Japan's deterrence. Concerning this, as first example, we have delivered the air surveillance radar system to the Philippine Air Force. Next, with Europe, Australia, and India, we have doing the international joint development. By sharing development cost and technological cost, it is possible to develop the competitive equipment efficiently. More specifically, together with UK and Italy, we are working on the next generation fighter aircrafts, and I will talk about this later. Also, by participating in the defense industry supply chain of the United States, we will try to go into the global market. Concerning this, the SPY-6 radars for the warships and also the fighter aircraft radar repair and AIM-120. Please go to page 18. So let me talk about international joint development for the global development. For the next generation, the fighter aircraft, what is important for the function and performance would be the development of mission avionics. And with UK and Italy, we are working on this. The next generation of the fighter aircraft will require high-level network combat, stealth, and high-level sensing technology to deal with the superior quantity of enemies. We will contribute to the improvement of sensing technology by applying our experience in the development of the radar and other advanced technologies installed in the F-2 fighter aircraft. In addition, we will integrate sensor information from various avionics systems to realize networked combat, including between the multiple fighter aircraft. Please go to page 19. Now, let me talk about the participation in the supply chain to develop our businesses globally. On the left is the radar, the SPY-6 radar components loaded onto the warships. We have a supply contract with US RTX for the SPY-6, which is the radar components for US Navy. And this is the latest radar manufactured by RTX. And through the supply contract with RTX, we aim to join the supply chain of US Navy equipments. Together with RTX, we also have an experimental contract to repair the radar components for F-15. And this is in order to win the future contract with the RTX. and also for RTX to confirm and check on our repair capability. Together with RTX, we have had the manufacturing contract from 2004. And Ministry of Defense asks us to do the license production and repair of the F-15 fighter raiders operated by Air SDF. And based on these experiences, we are trying to join the repair job contract with RTX. AIM-120 shown on the right is a missile for fighter aircraft. We have received an order from Japanese Ministry of Defense to study the domestic production of AIM-120, and the contract is currently in progress. By participating in the supply chain of the U.S. defense industry, this is actually unprecedented, and through this activity, we aim to go into the global market. Page 20. This is today's summary. We contribute to the realization of the safe and secure society by utilizing advanced technological capabilities in the defense and space sectors. Our defense business aims to expand both orders and revenues with a targeted OP margin of 10% or more. With that, I'd like to end my presentation. Thank you for your attention.